Now that you have the definition of recency bias, let's look at some examples of this in football before diving into the most recent case, with the media and football fans alike putting Guardiola clearly a level above Ferguson. Virgil van Dijk, the greatest defender to live? Check. Never mind the fact that the likes of Rio Ferdinand, Nemanja Vidic and even John Terry did it for a lot longer. Jose Mourinho, an overrated manager? Check. Let's just conveniently forget his achievements at Chelsea, his achievements at Porto, and of course, his fantastic treble at Inter. Real Madrid won a Champions League last season, so of course, that means Cristiano Ronaldo is overrated, right? Check. Cause of course, 1 Champions League in 5 is clearly better than 4 in 5. Liverpool of last year, better than every United team in history due to a slightly higher points tally. Check. Let's completely disregard the fact that they only won 2 domestic competitions by the skin of their teeth. Guardiola, the greatest to manage in England due to winning 5 in 7 championships. Check. Let's disregard the fact that Fergie himself won 5 out of his last 7 Premier Leagues, cause hey, they were, of course, the olden days in which every player and manager was an absolute clogger. Seriously man, people need to start respecting history. As Mourinho so eloquently put it, respect. Respect. And respect, once again. The Ferguson takes that I've heard over the past few weeks from both the media and football fans have been some of the most hilarious I've ever heard in my life. You know, because, of course, that guy that broke the old firm, the guy that won multiple European trophies with both Aberdeen and Manchester United, the guy that absolutely dominated the English league was just a glorified cheerleader on the sidelines, right? Right? He didn't know anything about tactics, right? Right. But enough with all of that intro, let's get into the real meat of the video, compare both Fergie and Pep, and see whether Pep really does come out on top. To keep the video short, as Pep has been in the English league for 7 seasons, we're just going to be comparing these 7 seasons to Fergie's last 7 seasons in the Premier League. Pep is on the verge of winning 5 titles out of 7, whilst walking into a team that was already absolute quality. Fergie, however, won 5 out of 7 titles with a team that he himself built from scratch. Both managers lost the title twice in their last 7 years, with Pep finishing absolutely miles behind the leaders in both seasons, whilst Fergie's United lost 1 on goal difference and the other was lost by just 1 point to Chelsea. Both managers won the title 3 times in a row, and Pep in his 7 seasons combined won a grand total of 630 points, whilst Fergie got himself and United a total of 609 points. An average of 90 points a season for Pep and City, and an average of 87 points a season for Fergie and United. A grand whopping difference of just 21 points over 7 seasons. How about European success in this time frame? Fergie won a Champions League whilst also getting to 2 more finals. Pep, including this season, has now got to 2 finals, and it remains to be seen whether he can actually go on to win it. Fergie of course wins this round, as that's 3 finals for Fergie and 2 for Pep. So out of all the metrics used at the moment, Fergie and Pep are equal on titles won. Fergie, however, comes out on top in terms of competitiveness, as Fergie was involved in 7 out of 7 title races, whilst Pep was only truly involved in 5. Pep, of course, averaged a slightly higher points tally, but the difference, as I've already demonstrated, is truly negligible. And now, let's look at the final accusation levelled at Fergie, that he left a weak United team behind. We have obviously massively fallen off after Fergie's departure, but was that really Fergie's fault? Or, rather, was Fergie the one that was actually papering over the cracks that were appearing at United? As we all know, the Glazers took over before Fergie's departure, and it was not long after that Fergie came out with the now infamous quote that there's no value in the market. Subsequently, in 2009, we sold Ronaldo, but who did we replace him with? Players like Valencia, Bebe, Obertan, and a past it Michael Owen. The signs were there from 2009 onwards that a decline was really coming for United. So was it really the fault of Fergie that the club failed to progress after his departure? Or was he rather papering over the cracks, still winning trophies galore with an aging squad supplemented by really subpar players? The answer, as I've already implied, is extremely obvious. So, I want to ask you, what does Pep really have over Fergie?